Okay, good morning, everyone. This is live data on the Canadian jobs report. It's a risk-free trade. It's got a bracket of 7, a stop of 15. It usually doesn't trade by itself, and I woke up late this morning and I'm not set. So I'm going to do a quick test on live data, though, and we'll get to see how this report responds. I usually, on a Friday, like to trade very, very lightly. Like to go into the weekend with a solid week and see what's going to happen next week and get set up. And one of these days, I'm going to make a nice video how you get set up for the week. It's very important. All the research that you do and all the testing over the weekend, it's a great way to set up. So we've got about 15 seconds before this Canadian jobs report. My gut feeling is this should be a profitable report. The jobs reports usually are pretty good. Usually get a good pop. The problem I've had with Canada is a lot of slippage. So SIM can be not so meaningful because of slippage. And there we have a drop. We've got a $60 realized profit because my first target was tight. We're going to, unfortunately, I can't move my stop fast enough because the drop wasn't fast enough. Hopefully it'll keep heading lower, which it's doing. So I'll go to almost break even. I'll go to a little bit better than break even. I will go a little more than break even. I'll follow this money down because Canada changes and reverses usually pretty quickly. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to sit right above the pivot. If it's going to take me out, it's going to have to go above the pivot. It probably will do it because it's going to suck me out of the market, which it always does. But if not, it'll go down to the other pivot down here, which price tends to do.
Order canceled.
I accidentally canceled my order, so I'll do a quick buy stop right where I was. And we're getting nice movement. So I'm going to follow it down. A lot of times we'll get a move back up to the candle. So I'll move right here. Let's see what we got. So far we have about $185 in profit. And it took us out. So that's what the market does. It sucks you out. And then it's going to probably continue going down the same way. I should not have been as aggressive with my stop, I believe. So as you can see, we've got $140 of total profit. The way that I did it is I had a tight first target of 6 ticks, 7 actually. No, sorry. Let me type that. I had 6 ticks, so that gets filled pretty quick, even if there's a lot of slippage. And then my second target was 25. So not a bad report, $140. I'll take that any day. A good way for a Friday to start. Probably with all the slippage, maybe if you had $90 on that report, that would be more honest. We could look and see. We could look and see on our range report and make sure that we had a proper entry. What I'm going to do is put the data box up if I can find it. I'm half asleep this morning. We'll check our range chart at 829.57. Make sure that the range chart relates without 7 bracket being broken at that time. So we have 829.50. Yeah, you could see we're at 829.54 and we kept going straight down. So we didn't have, we had an entry here. We had 829 just for fun. Make this a cursor of a crosshair. So let's say for argument's sake, worst came to worst. The time here is 8:30 already. 36, 30. So we didn't have a bracket of 7 broken. The open was 32. The open here was 35. So we don't have any movement there, so you don't have a bracket broken. And then here we have our entry heading down. So it opened up here. You could see it opened at 735, 37. Sorry, 35. And so you need a bracket of 7 to get in. But our open is 829.59, so it's back in here. So this looks like a legitimate entry because we didn't have any bracket that brought us up to go long over 7 ticks. All of our bracket movement was mostly to the downside. So that to me looks like a legitimate entry. And you would have made a little bit of money. You could see prices not moving around much. After it made the low, it reversed slightly, and it may turn around now and go low. I didn't cancel my
Order canceled.
my stops, so let's do that. Actually, I had started a new trade by accident. You have to be very careful when you're showing things. I wasn't paying attention. Started a new trade. It could destroy your previous trade. You got to pay attention. Make sure you go up there and you cancel that trade, or you could ruin everything. Okay, so you have a price that still wants to go down, clearly. So the jobs data, I'm guessing, was lousy. We could take a quick look while we're here. Check Forex Factory with a new window here. Investing.com, I know for sure it'll have the data. I won't have to type anything. And that's what investing.com just does. And we were down. They expected 9.0 thousand, and it was down -2. So it was a big miss. Big miss. Pretty mediocre numbers overall. And that looks like why the data was heading down. Really should be trading everything live from now on. I think that's what we're going to do. And but that's still, with slippage, I'd say $80 profit is a possible on that. You got to really keep in mind that slippage just doesn't fill well. Today's rollover day, $80. That slippage just doesn't fill honestly in a sim report. You might show getting in here, and it might have been down here for it's absolutely even possible this could be a flat trade. But honestly speaking, I'd say it probably, if you were quick, made a couple of dollars. Not a dramatic giant mover, even though it looks like a giant pop. Slippage in Canada especially would have, in my opinion, taken away a lot of that profit. So maybe a couple of dollars profit on the report. Still worth trading. Job keeps you pretty safe. A 15 tick stop. You're not going to get killed. So a nice report, live data. And I'll get this up on my YouTube site, and I'll get it to Eric, and hopefully he'll get it out to you. I think it's a good, honest trade of the Canada job report. Friday, March 11th, 2016. This is Lee Goldstein, Procol33 at gmail.com. Take care.